Welcome to Dream Dive, where I talk about the future of Kingdom Hearts and kind of take a deep dive into it and talk about, why I want it, how it can be implemented vaguely, and maybe you guys could tell me in the comments how you'd want it or what you'd want in Kingdom Hearts, etc. And today we're going to be talking about the concept of spin-off Kingdom Hearts games. Now, I'm not talking about the spin-off Kingdom Hearts games that we got in, if you talk to people who aren't too into the main fandom of Kingdom Hearts, they're gonna be saying Birth by Sleep is spin-off, 350 over 2 days is spin-off, Reaching the Memories is spin-off. The main ones are Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, and obviously that's how they see it, and you can't blame them. To the outsider's perspective, it does seem like that, but obviously if you're on the inside, you know that even if they may be spin-offs because they're not on the main system and they're not a number title, we know that they're very integral to the story and that they really matter to the entirety of Kingdom Hearts, and that if you go straight into Kingdom Hearts 3 without playing those, you are going to be a bit lost at points unless they do a great job of summarizing everything in Kingdom Hearts 3. But so my topic is spin-off Kingdom Hearts games, which necessarily don't have to be story centric or story important, and they could just focus on different things and give us more of a wider spectrum of games for Kingdom Hearts, because I feel like Kingdom Hearts at this point is big enough where they can do this. Almost all my life I thought of Kingdom Hearts as something that not many people play, and obviously I've been proven wrong just by going online, seeing the amount of people hype for Kingdom Hearts 3. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 was the most talked about game in E3. They had the most something award at E3, where there was most people talked about Kingdom Hearts 3 or something like that, and that obviously that blows my mind every time. Even till now, I still think no one knows about Kingdom Hearts 3. I'll have a point where I'm at university or I'm talking to someone and we're just talking about video games, and they'll be like, "What's your favorite game?" And every single time someone asks me what's your favorite game, I'm like, "You probably have never heard of this, but Kingdom Hearts." And I just do this subconsciously because to me it still seems like something that people don't play because I don't really know that much people that play it, honestly. So I always start off like that, and immediately they either know it already and they play it, or they know it and don't play it. Most of the time is they don't play it and they just tell me "Come on, man, it looks like it's for kids. What are you doing?" Then I had to try to explain to them "No, it's not for kids. It's Disney. I know, but it's kind of cool." But yeah, so that's just kind of a tangent where Kingdom Hearts is bigger than I think it is, and because of that, I feel like Kingdom Hearts should have a wider spectrum of games. I feel like it doesn't have to be the main story of games, and if Square Enix has a big enough resources, maybe they can have separate teams for separate types of games. And the reason I'm even thinking about this is because Unchained Key is something I didn't ever expect to happen, and even with Unchained Key, even though that's kind of a spin-off, even that game is so centric and important to Kingdom Hearts 3, which a lot of us didn't expect. So when I want a spin-off game, they can be important to the story, but for the most part, I'd like it if they weren't. Basically, I want them to take the spin-off game, I want them to be set in the world of Kingdom Hearts and kind of focus on different things. Now, one idea I have here is that they can have a spin-off Kingdom Hearts game which focuses on multiplayer. So what that may be, I don't know. It could be any kind of multiplayer focused game, whether that be more of a games of service thing, which I don't really want that much. I feel like my dream Kingdom Hearts game, dream Final Kingdom Hearts game, which I would love so much, and I kind of hinted on this last episode, is a game which is 2 players, local co-op or online, and you just play through a story with a friend. Now, what the story may be, maybe this one can be connected to the main story. Maybe it can, because not everyone has a second friend. Maybe the second guy could be controlled by AI, I don't know. But I want a game where you can play with a friend, or in my case it'd be my brother or something, and you could just go through a story with the combat of Kingdom Hearts. And now with the graphics of Kingdom Hearts 3, this would be mind-blowing, because I've always wanted to just have Kingdom Hearts 2 and pass the controller to my brother. I'm here, you get to play as Goofy, let's go through this world. That's something that I've always wanted, and obviously it hasn't been a thing, and it may never be a thing. But if Kingdom Hearts gets to a point where they don't want it, where they have enough resources to separate into teams and make spin-offs, I would love if they were able to make a game like that. And it's possible now. There are games that do this. There was a game recently, I can't remember the name. It's basically a game that the guy who made a big the guy who became a meme at the Game Awards, where he basically said to F the Oscars. That guy, he has a game where it's basically it's you and a friend go through a story, and it's a split screen game, and at points you guys join together, play together, and then like separate as part of the stories and play. And what was pretty like, I don't know if it's revolutionary, but to me it seemed revolutionary about the game is basically what the creator of the game did is that it's meant to play with someone, right? And what you can do is just buy one copy of the game and obviously play with someone that's with you. But a lot of the times adults these days, obviously they don't live so close to their friends or whatever, and they can't play with their friends in real life, and there should be some kind of online component. So basically what the creator of the game did was that if you buy one copy, you technically have two copies. So every copy of the game comes with a token, like a digital token, where you can gift to a friend and they can get a free copy of the game, and because of that you guys can play together. That honestly blew my mind. I'm like, what is this revolutionary idea? Why aren't we doing this yet? And honestly, it's not, I feel like it doesn't happen as much today because, as much as I don't want to admit it, local co-op games are just two-player games or co-op adventures, I feel like, are kind of dying in a certain way. I know it's still being held up by like smaller games, like more independent games, indie games. It still happens, and on the Switch they obviously still cultivate that. But I mean, in the mainstream, I hate that it's going away. Like on the PS4, you really don't see, other than maybe like some indie games, and like some maybe actually no, not even AAA games. Like AAA games don't really focus on two players anymore, and that's something that used to be a big focus, I feel like, in games. And that's what I grew up on. I feel like every game I used to play on the PS2 or the PS3, like Little Big Planet, Ratchet Deadlock, anything like that, it was always with my brother, and that's how we just played games. And then as like I'm in the PlayStation ecosystems, and as that evolved, we just got less and less games like that, and that's kind of sad for me to see. So hopefully that is something that we could see more. And going back to the topic of Kingdom Hearts, that's a game I want to see in the Kingdom Hearts series, where it is just an adventure with you and someone, and you go through. Maybe these characters are like new Kingdom Hearts characters. Maybe it's Sora and Riku. Maybe it's some weird spin-off with Goofy and Donald with Mickey or some shit. I don't know what it could be, but basically I want some kind of spin-off which could focus on multiplayer. And remember, this topic isn't about multiplayer, it's about spin-off Kingdom Hearts games. So if there's any other spin-off Kingdom Hearts game, we could do that. I don't know what I feel like they could have spin-offs for so much things. I feel like they could have like a $20 short 4 to 6 hours experience of a gummy ship game if they wanted to. And while that might not be that interesting to me, I feel like to some people that'd be pretty awesome if they like imagine a full game with like a full resources of a team just for gummy ships, and they make a game like that. I feel like that'd be cool. That's what I mean by spin-off Kingdom Hearts games. Basically branch out to different genres and see what sticks and see what games we get at Kingdom Hearts. And I could tell like right now a lot of people would kind of hate this. To be like, you kind of diluting the Kingdom Hearts space, and some of these games could be bad. But like I'm like, why not? Like I'm not saying to deviate from the main Kingdom Hearts team. These will obviously be different teams doing this, but I feel like at this point, since how big Kingdom Hearts is, I feel like we should be getting kind of more things on Kingdom Hearts. And I feel like this will kind of create different branches of Kingdom Hearts, where some guy could be like, maybe the main Kingdom Hearts story isn't something that gels with me, but I think this game is cool because he likes ship games, like space shooter games. He likes the gummy ship game, and that's something he's a real fan of, even though he may not be a fan of the main Kingdom Hearts games. And maybe through that he will become a fan of Kingdom Hearts, and because of that I feel like you can have more entry points for fans, because right now to become a Kingdom Hearts fan you have to play through a lot of games. And while it has become easier with the collections on the PlayStation 4, it is still kind of hard to get really into it. Like if you want to get into Kingdom Hearts, you're getting into Kingdom Hearts. So one thing we have, which is a story to 3, this one saga, and that's why it's gonna be kind of cool when we move on to the next saga of Kingdom Hearts, where if someone wants to jump in there, hopefully they can. Hopefully they don't really have to play the rest, and it's gonna be kind of like a new take on Kingdom Hearts where anybody else can jump in, and that's something they could just get to enjoy. So whatever spin-off games, like, so that's pretty much like the main topic I wanted to talk about, spin-off games. And the one that I mainly talked about was obviously the one with local multiplayer and like the gummy ship one. But if there's any other spin-off game ideas you have, let me know down in the comments below. I'm gonna end this video. My throat, oh god, my throat, as you can probably tell, it's very dry. I've been reading all day for my classes, and I read out loud, and These videos are making my voice go away, goddamn. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to let me know down in the comments below if you have ideas for any of these segments. Let me know if you have any ideas for a spin-off Kingdom Hearts game, or if you want to talk about the graphics of Kingdom Hearts, if there's something that stuck out to you, like how I talked about the particles. Maybe you didn't even notice it, but to me it was such a huge thing. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, guys. If you just want to share it on social media, I'd really appreciate it. It really does affect the performance of these videos, and I really appreciate it. Check me out on audio servers if you want to. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and even more. Links in the description. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.